Daily Horoscope Analysis for Gemini, June 16, 2025. Welcome, Gemini. Today marks a pivotal moment in your astrological journey as we find ourselves at the very edge of your season. The cosmic energy is particularly significant as the sun prepares to transition from your sign into Cáncer tomorrow, creating a powerful portal of opportunity and reflection. The planetary configuration today is quite remarkable. Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a dynamic trine with Jupiter in Libra, expanding your creative thinking and communication abilities to new heights. This alignment particularly favors intellectual pursuits, writing projects, and important conversations that have been on your mind. Saturday's new moon is still rippling through your consciousness, planting seeds for new beginnings that will unfold over the coming months. This lunar energy is especially potent in your sector of self-expression and true joy, encouraging you to reimagine how you share your unique gifts with the world. Venus, currently transiting through Leo, is illuminating your third house of communication and local environment. This creates a beautiful opportunity for meaningful exchanges with neighbors, siblings, or close friends. Your words carry extra charm today, making it an ideal time for mending fences or expressing feelings you've been hesitant to share. In your personal relationships, today offers a fascinating blend of mental stimulation and emotional depth. Conversations with loved ones may suddenly reveal new layers of understanding. For single Geminis, a chance encounter could spark intellectual fascination, possibly with someone who challenges your thinking in the most delightful ways. Professionally, today's Mercury-Jupiter aspect amplifies your natural talents for networking and idea generation. Keep your antenna up for unexpected connections that could lead to future collaborations. A casual conversation might contain the seed of your next big project or career breakthrough. Financially, Neptune's position suggests some potential confusion around resources. Double-check any important transactions and be wary of impulse purchases that seem too good to be true. Your financial intuition is strong, but needs to be balanced with practical verification. Health-wise, today's energy particularly affects your nervous system. Geminis often carry tension in their shoulders, hands, and respiratory system. Breathing exercises would be especially beneficial today, helping to center your scattered mental energy and reduce potential anxiety from the day's stimulating aspects. The moon's position in your fifth house amplifies your creative capabilities. Artistic Geminis may experience sudden inspiration or breakthrough moments in their craft. Even those who don't consider themselves creative might find unexpected pleasure in expressive activities. Perhaps try your hand at journaling, sketching, or even dance today. A particularly interesting aspect today involves Mars in your eighth house forming a square with Uranus. This creates a tension between your desire for emotional security and your equally strong need for freedom and independence. You might feel pulled between deepening a particular commitment and maintaining your sense of autonomy. Your mental acuity is exceptionally sharp today, even by Gemini standards. This makes it an excellent time for research, planning, or tackling complex problems that have resisted previous solutions. Your ability to see multiple perspectives simultaneously, your trademark gift, is enhanced, allowing you to synthesize seemingly contradictory information into coherent patterns. There's a subtle spiritual undertone to the day as well, with Neptune's influence encouraging you to look beyond material concerns and consider your soul's journey. Dreams or meditative insights may carry special significance today. Keep a record of any symbols or themes that emerge from your subconscious. For Geminis in creative fields, today brings a rare combination of inspiration and practical application. The visionary quality of Neptune blends beautifully with Mercury's gift for expression, potentially leading to work that is both innovative and accessible. In terms of challenges, be mindful of a tendency toward overthinking or second-guessing yourself today. The multiple planetary influences could activate your dual nature, making decisive action more difficult. When in doubt, return to your body through physical movement to ground scattered energy. Your social charm is particularly magnetic today, making it an excellent time for gathering information, making requests, or simply enjoying the company of others. Group activities are highly favored, especially those involving the exchange of ideas or learning new information. As the day progresses, you may notice your energy shifting from external engagement to a more introspective state. Honor this natural rhythm by setting aside time in the evening for reflection or quiet pursuits that nourish your curious mind. Today carries a special message about your communication style. The stars are encouraging you to find the perfect balance between your quick, brilliant insights and the patience required to truly listen to others. This balanced approach will yield the richest exchanges and deepen your most important connections. The color blue carries particular resonance for you today, representing clear communication and truth. Wearing this color or surrounding yourself with it may subtly enhance today's positive aspects. Your ultimate lesson for today, dear Gemini, involves embracing the power of presence. Despite your natural tendency to race ahead mentally, the most rewarding experiences today will come from fully inhabiting each moment, allowing yourself to be fully immersed in the here and now, rather than constantly anticipating what comes next. Remember that, as this Gemini season concludes, you carry its gifts forward. Adaptability, curiosity, and brilliant communication will continue to serve you throughout the year ahead. Trust the winds of change that are beginning to blow, knowing they carry you exactly where your evolving spirit needs to go. June 16, 2025 presents a fascinating cosmic landscape for Gemini. The Sun has just moved through the final degrees of your sign, marking the culmination of your personal solar year. This transition carries potent energy for completion and reflection before the Sun shifts into Cáncer tomorrow. Mercury, your ruling planet, is currently positioned in Cáncer, activating your second house of resources and values. This placement brings your mental focus to financial matters and questions of self-worth. Mercury forms a trine aspect with Neptune in Pisces today, heightening your intuitive capabilities regarding career decisions. You may receive flashes of insight about your professional direction that shouldn't be dismissed. Venus graces your own sign of Gemini, enhancing your natural charm and drawing others to your quick wit and intellectual approach. This Venus placement forms a challenging square to Mars in Virgo, which could create tension between your desire to socialize and responsibilities in your daily routine. Mars in Virgo is activating your fourth house of home and foundations, bringing energy and possibly some conflict to domestic matters. This placement suggests you might be implementing new systems at home or feeling motivated to resolve long-standing household issues. Jupiter continues its journey through Gemini, a particularly fortunate placement that happens only once every 12 years. With Jupiter in your first house of self and identity, you're in an expansion phase regarding personal goals and how you present yourself to the world. This Jupiter placement makes a harmonious trine to Saturn in Aquarius today, creating a stable bridge between your personal aspirations and long-term social objectives. Saturn in Aquarius occupies your ninth house of higher learning and exploration, providing structure to your philosophical outlook and perhaps presenting opportunities for formal education or mentorship. This is reinforced by the trine from Jupiter, suggesting that personal growth can lead to concrete achievements in learning or publishing. Uranus in Gemini is making its once-in-a-lifetime visit to your sign, bringing unexpected changes and flashes of genius to your self-concept and personal expression. This revolutionary energy may feel destabilizing at times, but it's clearing the path for authentic self-expression. Today, Uranus forms a sextile with the Moon in Aries, creating moments of emotional clarity about your unique path forward. Neptune continues its long sojourn through Pisces, activating your 10th house of career and public reputation. This placement can bring inspiration to your professional life, but also some confusion about your ultimate direction. The trine from Mercury today helps you articulate visions that might otherwise remain nebulous. Pluto, having recently returned to Aquarius after a brief retrograde into Capricorn, is transforming your ninth house of belief systems. This placement suggests profound changes in how you understand the world and your place in it. The moon in Aries today activates your 11th house of friendships and collective endeavors. This creates a dynamic environment for group activities and networking. The lunar energy forms a square to Pluto, suggesting that social interactions may trigger deeper questions about your beliefs and worldview. The North Node in Aries joins the moon in your 11th house, indicating that your evolutionary path forward involves embracing leadership within communities and organizations. This nodal placement suggests that stepping into more visible roles in groups aligns with your soul's purpose at this time. Meanwhile, the South Node in Libra activates your 5th house of creativity and romance, suggesting that you may need to release patterns related to seeking validation through creative expression or romantic partnerships. The asteroid Chiron in Aries also occupies your 11th house, bringing healing opportunities through community involvement and the pursuit of humanitarian ideals. This placement may highlight sensitive areas around belonging and acceptance in groups, but also provides the opportunity to heal these wounds through authentic contribution. Today's planetary positions create a powerful emphasis on your identity and social connections, Gemini. With your ruling planet Mercury in water sign Cáncer, communication takes on an emotional quality that might feel somewhat foreign to your typically analytical approach. This can be harnessed for deepening relationships and expressing needs more clearly. Gemini, today your planetary ruler Mercury forms a harmonious trine with Jupiter, creating an exceptionally fortunate day for all forms of communication and self-expression. Your words carry particular weight and influence today, making this an ideal time for important conversations, presentations, or pitching ideas. The universe has magnified your natural eloquence, allowing your thoughts to flow with remarkable clarity and persuasiveness. The moon in Libra activates your 5th house of creativity and self-expression, further enhancing your ability to articulate your ideas in ways that resonate deeply with others. You're finding the perfect balance between intellect and emotion in your communications, something that doesn't always come naturally, even to versatile Gemini. This lunar influence also brings an artistic quality to your expression. You might find yourself drawn to more poetic or creative forms of communication today. Mars in your 3rd house of communication adds a confident edge to your words. There's a boldness in how you're expressing yourself that commands attention. However, be mindful that this energetic influence doesn't turn into impatience when others take time to respond or process your rapid-fire ideas. The key is channeling this assertive energy into passionate advocacy rather than argumentative tactics. Venus forming a sextile with Mercury creates a particularly charming quality to your communication style today. You're likely to find it easier than usual to smooth over differences, negotiate favorable outcomes, and generally win people over with your words. Your diplomatic abilities are heightened, making this an excellent day to resolve any lingering misunderstandings or to broach difficult subjects that require tact. Neptune's influence brings a subtle intuitive quality to your exchanges. You might find yourself picking up on unspoken cues or reading between the lines in conversation with remarkable accuracy. This psychic attunement enhances your ability to respond to others' emotional needs even before they've fully expressed them. The Sun in your 2nd house forms a square with Uranus, suggesting that discussions around values and resources might come with unexpected revelations or sudden shifts in perspective. This could manifest in financial conversations that take surprising turns or debates about principles that evolve in unforeseen directions. Stay flexible in your thinking and open to revolutionary ideas. Mercury's position in relation to Saturn creates a productive tension that helps you structure your thoughts with exceptional clarity. This aspect provides the perfect balance to Jupiter's expansive influence, where Jupiter wants to broaden and explore. Saturn helps you refine and perfect. The result is communication that is both inspired and disciplined, creative yet practical. Pluto's transformative energy touches your conversations today, especially those involving shared resources, intimacy, or psychological matters. Your words have the potential to catalyze profound change, so use this power consciously. A casual comment might trigger significant revelations or decisions for someone in your orbit. The nodal axis activating your communication houses suggests that today's exchanges aren't just about the present moment, they're connected to your longer-term destiny. Pay special attention to recurring themes in conversations, as these might be pointing you toward your evolutionary path. Information received today could provide important clues about your direction. Your mental energy is exceptionally high today, but Mercury forming a quincunx with Mars means you'll need to be mindful about pacing yourself. There's a tendency to become overstimulated through excessive information intake or too many simultaneous conversations. Remember to take breaks to process and integrate what you're learning and sharing. Chiron's influence brings healing potential to your words today. You may find yourself naturally knowing what to say to soothe others' concerns or help them gain perspective on painful situations. Similarly, conversations that touch on your own vulnerable areas have the potential to be unexpectedly therapeutic if you remain open. For Gemini writers, content creators, teachers, or anyone who works with information, today presents particularly favorable conditions for producing meaningful work. The Mercury-Jupiter trine expands your conceptual framework while enhancing your ability to communicate complex ideas in accessible ways. Technology-mediated communication receives beneficial aspects today as well. Digital presentations, social media content, emails, and virtual meetings all benefit from your enhanced expressiveness and the supportive planetary alignments. Your online presence carries particular impact today. Listen carefully to seemingly casual conversations around mid-afternoon, as the moon's conjunction with the fixed star Spica brings potential for inspired insights or valuable information to emerge from unexpected sources. A passing comment might contain the very solution you've been seeking. Your voice, both literal and figurative, carries unusual resonance today. Consider recording important thoughts, as the unique clarity you're experiencing makes this an excellent day for documenting your ideas for future development. Voice notes, journals, or other records created today may prove invaluable resources later. Interpersonal boundaries in communication feel more natural today. You're able to assert your needs and perspectives while remaining respectful of others' positions, a balance that sometimes challenges your mutable, adaptable nature. This grounded quality to your expression builds trust in your relationships. Toward evening, as Mercury forms a subtle aspect with Neptune, your communication style becomes more intuitive and empathetic. This is an excellent time for heart-to-heart conversations, creative brainstorming, or spiritual discussions that transcend logical boundaries. Allow yourself to trust the wisdom that emerges from these more fluid exchanges. The cosmic energy flowing through your financial sector today shows Mercury forming a favorable trine with Jupiter, which is currently transiting through your second house of personal finances and resources. This planetary alignment creates a day of unexpected monetary opportunities that may appear suddenly in your professional environment. With your ruling planet Mercury positioned so advantageously, your natural communicative abilities are heightened, making this an excellent day to negotiate contracts, discuss salary increases, or pitch financial proposals. The stars suggest your persuasive powers are particularly strong between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Venus is also making an appearance in your career sector, suggesting that financial rewards may come through social connections or previous relationship investments. Don't hesitate to reach out to established contacts who could provide lucrative leads. The moon's position in your 8th house indicates that joint ventures or shared resources could be particularly fruitful today. This might manifest as an investment opportunity presented by a business partner or a chance to pool resources with someone whose skills complement yours. Pay particular attention to digital currencies and technology sectors, as Uranus' influence suggests breakthrough potential in these areas for your sign specifically. Your natural Gemini adaptability serves you well today. Being flexible about how money comes to you will open more doors than rigid expectations. Mercury's influence heightens your analytical abilities, allowing you to quickly assess the viability of financial propositions that others might miss. However, Neptune's subtle square warns against making financial decisions based purely on emotional responses or vague promises. Demand concrete numbers and tangible evidence before committing resources. The Sun's position encourages taking moderate risks, especially ones that leverage your intellectual capabilities or communication skills. Writing, speaking, or teaching opportunities could prove surprisingly profitable if you position yourself correctly. Consider exploring side hustles that utilize your versatility and quick thinking. Jupiter's benevolent presence suggests expansion in your financial thinking is favored. This isn't just about immediate gains, but building sustainable income streams that align with your natural talents. Look for opportunities to diversify your income sources rather than focusing on a single avenue for financial growth. Saturn's influence reminds you to maintain practical discipline with any windfall that comes your way, allocating portions for savings, investment, and debt reduction rather than immediate gratification. A financial mentor or advisor might play a significant role today, possibly introducing you to investment vehicles particularly suited to your personality type and risk tolerance. The evening hours show potential for networking events that could yield financial connections, so don't rush home immediately after work hours. Pluto's transformative energy suggests that resources you previously overlooked might suddenly reveal their value. Consider inventorying forgotten assets or skills that could be monetized in today's economic climate. Your natural Gemini curiosity serves you well financially today. Researching unusual income streams or emerging markets could yield insights others have missed. Remember that your mental agility allows you to spot patterns and connections in the financial landscape that others might overlook. Trust your intellectual instincts, but verify with facts before proceeding. For Gemini, on June 16, 2025, the cosmos aligns to create several pockets of remarkable fortune in your life. Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a harmonious trine with Jupiter in your house of earned income, opening unexpected financial doorways. This planetary conversation suggests that your natural communicative abilities could lead to monetary gain, perhaps through writing, speaking, or brokering information that proves valuable to others. The moon will be traversing through your ninth house of higher wisdom, expansion, and long-distance matters. This placement makes international connections, academic pursuits, and philosophical explorations particularly fortunate. If you've been considering applying for a scholarship, planning travel abroad, or connecting with mentors from different cultural backgrounds, June 16th offers cosmic support for these endeavors. Venus and Mars dance in your third house of communication and local environment, blessing your immediate surroundings with positive energy. Your neighborhood becomes a source of unexpected opportunities. Keep your eyes open for local events, community projects, or nearby networking possibilities that could lead to significant personal or professional advancement. Your fifth house of creativity and self-expression receives a generous beam from Neptune, heightening your artistic sensibilities and imaginative capacities. Creative projects initiated today carry a special magic, whether writing, designing, composing music, or any form of artistic expression. This Neptune influence also extends particular blessings to romantic encounters, making this an auspicious day for dates or deepening existing romantic connections. Saturn's methodical influence in your career sector forms a productive sextile to the Sun in your sign, indicating that authority figures and mentors may take special notice of your capabilities. Professional recognition could come unexpectedly, particularly if you've been diligently working behind the scenes. The afternoon hours prove most fortunate for meetings with supervisors or interviews for positions of greater responsibility. The asteroid palace, Athena, in your seventh house, suggests that partnerships formed or strengthened today will benefit from strategic wisdom. Collaborative ventures, particularly those requiring intellectual problem-solving or innovative approaches, receive cosmic support. This is an excellent time to formalize business partnerships or creative collaborations that have been in discussion phases. Uranus in your 12th house forms a helpful aspect to Mercury, indicating that insights from dreams, meditation, or moments of solitude could provide breakthrough solutions to persistent problems. Your intuitive capacities are heightened, making spiritual practices particularly rewarding. Set aside time for reflection. The answers you seek may arrive through unexpected channels when you create space for inner listening. The North Node's position suggests that fortune favors your efforts toward community building and group endeavors. Organizations, networks, and friend circles that share your idealistic vision could provide significant opportunities for growth. Watch for synchronicities involving like-minded individuals who share your intellectual curiosity and communicative style. Jupiter's expansive energy touches your second house of values and resources, highlighting opportunities to increase your sense of security while remaining true to your core principles. Investments initiated today, whether financial, educational, or relational, have strong potential for long-term positive returns. Pay attention to ethical opportunities that align with your personal values. With Chiron sending healing energy to your friendship sector, reconciliations with old acquaintances could prove surprisingly beneficial. Someone from your past may re-enter your life bearing opportunities or connections that complement your current path of growth. Keep an open mind about renewing ties that may have frayed through circumstance rather than conflict. The day's most fortunate hours fall between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m., when the moon forms a perfect trine to Mercury. During this window, communication flows effortlessly, making it ideal for important conversations, presentations, or putting thoughts into writing. Your natural Gemini eloquence receives an additional cosmic boost, allowing you to express complex ideas with unusual clarity and persuasiveness. Overall, June 16th offers Gemini natives a day rich with possibility, particularly in areas involving communication, local connections, creative expression, and educational pursuits. By remaining mentally flexible and embracing your natural curiosity, you position yourself to receive the full blessing of these fortunate cosmic currents. June 16, 2025 presents a fascinating social landscape for Gemini natives. With the sun still in your sign but approaching its final degrees, there's a powerful sense of social culmination in the air. You're radiating a magnetic charm that draws others toward you effortlessly. This is the peak of your personal solar cycle. Use it wisely. Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a harmonious trine with Jupiter in Libra on this day, significantly amplifying your social eloquence. Conversations flow with remarkable ease, and you'll find yourself connecting dots between different friend groups who might benefit from knowing each other. You're the cosmic connector today, the one who introduces people who later thank you for bringing them together. The moon in Aquarius activates your ninth house of expansion and higher learning, suggesting that social connections made today could involve people from different cultural backgrounds or educational settings. There's something intellectually stimulating about the social encounters waiting for you. Seek out group activities that challenge conventional thinking or expose you to fresh perspectives. Venus in Cáncer is moving through your second house, creating an interesting dynamic where social connections may form through shared values around security, comfort, and nurturing. You might find yourself drawn to people who appreciate the finer things in life, but in a homey, unpretentious way. There could be opportunities to strengthen bonds through shared meals or discussions about financial well-being and resource sharing. Mars in Taurus is activating your 12th house, suggesting that some social connections might happen behind the scenes or in more private settings. You may be drawn to helping someone without public recognition, or perhaps a friend will offer you support in a way that feels divinely timed. Pay attention to intuitive nudges about who to reach out to. Your subconscious is especially attuned to subtle social cues today. Uranus, still in Gemini by this date, forms a significant aspect to your Sun, bringing unexpected social opportunities that could genuinely surprise you. A chance encounter could lead to a meaningful connection that defies your usual social patterns. Be open to people who seem different from your typical social circle. They may offer precisely the perspective you've been searching for. Saturn in Pisces forms a challenging square to your Sun, suggesting some social boundaries may need to be established or respected. Not every connection will flow effortlessly today. Some may require mature handling of limitations or commitments. Perhaps an authority figure or older mentor plays a significant role in your social world today. Their wisdom, while initially seeming restrictive, actually helps you forge more meaningful connections. Pluto, now in the early degrees of Aquarius, is transforming your approach to group dynamics and collective endeavors. You may find yourself drawn to more intentional communities or groups with deeper purpose beyond surface socializing. There's power in aligning yourself with those who share your vision for a better future. A conversation at a social gathering could reveal profound shared values that cement a lasting alliance. The North Node in Aries is highlighting your 11th house of friendships and community, suggesting that your social connections today aren't just pleasant diversions, they're important evolutionary steps on your soul journey. Pay attention to people who challenge you to be more authentically yourself or who inspire courageous action. These connections have karmic significance. In terms of digital connections, Mercury's position suggests exceptional clarity in online communications today. Social media interactions could lead to meaningful real-world connections if you're willing to take conversations beyond the screen. A message from someone you haven't heard from in some time could rekindle an important friendship. Friend groups may experience some reconfiguration under these planetary influences. You might notice yourself naturally gravitating away from superficial connections and toward relationships with greater depth and purpose. This isn't about popularity, but rather quality and resonance. At networking events or professional gatherings, your natural Gemini adaptability is enhanced today. You can speak multiple professional languages, translating between different fields and helping others see connections they might have missed. This translator role positions you as invaluable in group settings. Romantic social connections are particularly favored as Venus forms a sweet sextile to Neptune in Aries. There's an idealistic, dreamy quality to encounters that could easily develop romantic undertones. Creative collaborations are especially potent, as shared artistic expression becomes a pathway to deeper connection. For Geminis already in committed relationships, today favors social activities as a couple. Your partner may introduce you to connections that prove valuable, or vice versa. There's a sense of your relationship expanding your world rather than limiting it. The position of Jupiter suggests generosity as a social theme today. Being free with compliments, attention, and resources without depleting yourself creates an abundance cycle that returns to you multiplied. Someone you help today may become an important ally tomorrow. Watch for a tendency towards social overwhelm by mid-afternoon when the moon squares Mercury. You may feel pulled in too many directions socially. It's perfectly acceptable to set boundaries and be selective about where you direct your considerable social energy. Social connections across generational lines are particularly favorable today. Younger people may offer fresh perspectives that spark your innate curiosity, while older connections provide grounding wisdom that helps contextualize your experiences. Bridge building between different age groups could become your special talent. Pay attention to synchronicities in social settings, the person you randomly sit next to at an event, the name that comes up repeatedly in conversation, or the book recommendation that 3 different people mention. These aren't coincidences, but cosmic signposts pointing toward significant connections. While your natural Gemini duality often allows you to show different sides to different people, today favors authenticity across all social contexts. The planetary alignment supports integration rather than compartmentalization. When you show up as your whole self, you attract connections that truly match your essence. By day's end, as the moon forms a conjunction with Pluto, a social interaction may trigger profound emotional insights. What begins as casual conversation could evolve into a transformative exchange that shifts your perspective on an important life matter. Be open to depth, even in seemingly light social contexts. Gemini, as June 16th arrives, you'll find yourself standing at an energetic threshold. With the sun at the final critical degree of your sign, there's a powerful sense of culmination and transition. This is not a day for half measures or scattered attention. Mercury, your planetary ruler, forms a trine with Saturn today, bringing clarity and structure to your thought processes. This alignment supports disciplined communication and practical planning. Your natural versatility can sometimes lead to starting too many projects simultaneously, but today's cosmic configuration urges focus. The Saturnian influence is asking you to choose quality over quantity. That brilliant idea you've been casually tossing around in your mind. It's time to commit it to structured form. Write it down, map it out, create tangible evidence of your intellectual creations. Venus in your second house forms a challenging square to Mars today. This aspect highlights tension between what you value and how you assert yourself. Financial decisions made in haste could lead to regrets, so implement a 3-hour waiting period before making any significant purchases or investments. The cosmic advice is clear. Distinguish between genuine necessities and impulsive wants. The moon in Aquarius today activates your 9th house of expansion and higher learning, creating a favorable atmosphere for broadening your horizons through study or philosophical exploration. However, its opposition to Jupiter suggests potential for overextension. Balance your thirst for new information with practical application of what you've already learned. Communication requires particular attention today. With Mercury and Pluto in conversation, your words carry transformative power. Before speaking, especially on sensitive matters, pause and consider the potential depth and impact of what you're about to express. This is not about censoring yourself, but about wielding your verbal gifts with awareness and intention. Your nervous system may be more sensitive than usual due to Uranus transiting your 12th house. Incorporate periods of silence and solitude into your day. Even 5-minute intervals of conscious breathing can reset your mental circuitry and prevent information overload. Your effectiveness today directly correlates to your ability to filter out non-essential noise. In professional contexts, the Mars-Saturn sextile supports methodical progress. Break larger goals into manageable steps and celebrate incremental achievements. Avoid the temptation to skip crucial preparatory work in favor of more exciting aspects of a project. The foundation you establish today will determine the stability of future growth. Relationships benefit from straightforward communication rather than your sometimes preferred approach of hinting or assuming others can read between the lines. The Neptune influence in your career sector may create some ambiguity around professional boundaries. Be exceptionally clear about expectations and deliverables, particularly when collaborating with authority figures. Your analytical abilities are heightened, making this an excellent day for research, investigation, and problem-solving. However, resist the urge to overthink emotional matters. Some feelings aren't meant to be dissected but simply experienced and acknowledged. The Jupiter-Chiron connection suggests healing comes through expanding your perspective rather than intellectualizing wounds. Physical movement is crucial for maintaining mental clarity today. Even short walks between tasks can help integrate information and prevent the mental fatigue that comes from extended periods of concentration. With Mars activating your health sector, your body requires regular release of built-up energy to maintain optimal cognitive function. As the day progresses, the moon's aspect to Saturn brings increasing emotional stability. Use evening hours for planning and organizing the week ahead. Set realistic timeframes for projects rather than optimistic estimates that set you up for stress. Tomorrow brings the sun's ingress into Cáncer, shifting the emphasis from mental exploration to emotional connection. Prepare for this transition by completing intellectual tasks today, while your natural Gemini strengths are still cosmically amplified. The key advice for navigating June 16th successfully: compartmentalize your day into focused segments rather than multitasking. Honor the power of your words, document your thoughts for future reference, and remember that mental clarity comes through moments of deliberate stillness amidst activity. Your adaptability remains your strength, but today it should serve strategic priorities rather than momentary interests. Daily Horoscope Analysis for Gemini, June 16, 2025. Welcome, Gemini. Today marks a pivotal moment in your astrological journey as we find ourselves at the very edge of your season. The cosmic energy is particularly significant as the sun prepares to transition from your sign into Cáncer tomorrow, creating a powerful portal of opportunity and reflection. The planetary configuration today is quite remarkable. Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a dynamic trine with Jupiter in Libra, expanding your creative thinking and communication abilities to new heights. This alignment particularly favors intellectual pursuits, writing projects, and important conversations that have been on your mind. Saturday's new moon is still rippling through your consciousness, planting seeds for new beginnings that will unfold over the coming months. This lunar energy is especially potent in your sector of self-expression and true joy, encouraging you to reimagine how you share your unique gifts with the world. Venus, currently transiting through Leo, is illuminating your third house of communication and local environment. This creates a beautiful opportunity for meaningful exchanges with neighbors, siblings, or close friends. Your words carry extra charm today, making it an ideal time for mending fences or expressing feelings you've been hesitant to share. In your personal relationships, today offers a fascinating blend of mental stimulation and emotional depth. Conversations with loved ones may suddenly reveal new layers of understanding. For single Geminis, a chance encounter could spark intellectual fascination, possibly with someone who challenges your thinking in the most delightful ways. Professionally, today's Mercury-Jupiter aspect amplifies your natural talents for networking and idea generation. Keep your antenna up for unexpected connections that could lead to future collaborations. A casual conversation might contain the seed of your next big project or career breakthrough. Financially, Neptune's position suggests some potential confusion around resources. Double-check any important transactions and be wary of impulse purchases that seem too good to be true. Your financial intuition is strong, but needs to be balanced with practical verification. Health-wise, today's energy particularly affects your nervous system. Geminis often carry tension in their shoulders, hands, and respiratory system. Breathing exercises would be especially beneficial today, helping to center your scattered mental energy and reduce potential anxiety from the day's stimulating aspects. The moon's position in your fifth house amplifies your creative capabilities. Artistic Geminis may experience sudden inspiration or breakthrough moments in their craft. Even those who don't consider themselves creative might find unexpected pleasure in expressive activities. Perhaps try your hand at journaling, sketching, or even dance today. A particularly interesting aspect today involves Mars in your 8th house forming a square with Uranus. This creates a tension between your desire for emotional security and your equally strong need for freedom and independence. You might feel pulled between deepening a particular commitment and maintaining your sense of autonomy. Your mental acuity is exceptionally sharp today, even by Gemini standards. This makes it an excellent time for research, planning, or tackling complex problems that have resisted previous solutions. Your ability to see multiple perspectives simultaneously, your trademark gift, is enhanced, allowing you to synthesize seemingly contradictory information into coherent patterns. There's a subtle spiritual undertone to the day as well, with Neptune's influence encouraging you to look beyond material concerns and consider your soul's journey. Dreams or meditative insights may carry special significance today. Keep a record of any symbols or themes that emerge from your subconscious. For Geminis in creative fields, today brings a rare combination of inspiration and practical application. The visionary quality of Neptune blends beautifully with Mercury's gift for expression, potentially leading to work that is both innovative and accessible. In terms of challenges, be mindful of a tendency toward overthinking or second-guessing yourself today. The multiple planetary influences could activate your dual nature, making decisive action more difficult. When in doubt, return to your body through physical movement to ground scattered energy. Your social charm is particularly magnetic today, making it an excellent time for gathering information, making requests, or simply enjoying the company of others. Group activities are highly favored, especially those involving the exchange of ideas or learning new information. As the day progresses, you may notice your energy shifting from external engagement to a more introspective state. Honor this natural rhythm by setting aside time in the evening for reflection or quiet pursuits that nourish your curious mind. Today carries a special message about your communication style. The stars are encouraging you to find the perfect balance between your quick, brilliant insights and the patience required to truly listen to others. This balanced approach will yield the richest exchanges and deepen your most important connections. The color blue carries particular resonance for you today, representing clear communication and truth. Wearing this color or surrounding yourself with it may subtly enhance today's positive aspects. Your ultimate lesson for today, dear Gemini, involves embracing the power of presence. Despite your natural tendency to race ahead mentally, the most rewarding experiences today will come from fully inhabiting each moment, allowing yourself to be fully immersed in the here and now, rather than constantly anticipating what comes next. Remember that, as this Gemini season concludes, you carry its gifts forward. Adaptability, curiosity, and brilliant communication will continue to serve you throughout the year ahead. Trust the winds of change that are beginning to blow, knowing they carry you exactly where your evolving spirit needs to go. June 6th.